From WPTV News Channel 5, it's Slay Your Day with TA.
Kate is the president and CEO of the Science Center, South Florida Science Center and Aquarium, and it made me so happy to get the news yesterday that you guys are reopening, because I feel like there's a lot of science behind the reopening, and you probably thought it out pretty well.
We did, and if you think you're excited, imagine how we feel. We are like kids on Christmas morning. I mean, seriously. Our doors have been closed for 64 days. So, of course, we've been thinking about reopening for a long time, but we are making sure that we are doing it as safely and as fast as we possibly can, but with adhering to all of the guidelines that you've probably read about.
Yeah, so when guests walk in, they need to bring a mask with them because you won't have any available, right?
Right. As of right now, we do not have masks for sale, so please do bring your face mask. The face mask is for inside the building, and I should say, per phase 1 mandates, we can only open at 50% capacity, and no interactive exhibits are allowed to be opened as well in the governor's order, so a large portion of the museum will be offline. But some really, really cool things are going to be online, including our brand new amphitheater. We just built a Cox Amphitheater, which is amazing, and this will be the first time we're debuting it, so we're so excited about that.
Now, was that something planned, or did the coronavirus sort of push you in that direction?
No, that had been planned for about 2 years, and we were actually finishing up construction when the coronavirus hit. Luckily, construction was deemed essential, so really these last 2 months, we've been putting the finishing touches on it, but that was something sponsored and underwritten by Howard Cox and his family. So that's been about 2 years in the making.
So I was reading there's going to be really cool demonstrations on this stage, and so people can socially distance and bring their picnic baskets, which are encouraging, but kind of watch these experiments go off, right?
Yeah, so the really cool thing about this is that the amphitheater, it's an outdoor amphitheater, and we have a 5-acre science trail that I know you're familiar with. So the amphitheater sits right in the middle of our big science trail. So you can bring your picnic blankets, your basket, whatever, set up your little area, and you can absolutely social distance. We will have places marked off, and you can social distance from the next family. And the amphitheater is so large that you can see it throughout the whole science trail. So really, no matter where you're sitting, you will be able to see us blowing things up, setting things on fire. I mean, you know us. That's what we're known for.
Right.
So it happens to be really good timing in this social distancing era, because we can easily social distance with this new experience.
So one of the things I wanted to ask you about, if you're a member of the Science Museum, you get a little preview, right?
Yes. So we're opening tomorrow morning for members only. We're going to do members only Friday the 22nd, Saturday the 23rd, and Sunday the 24th. Members only, so thank you for sticking with us. We're also extending all memberships by 3 months.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we were only closed for 2 months, but still it's the right thing to do. We're extending memberships by 3 months. And then on Monday, Memorial Day, we will open to the general public.
That's awesome. And like you said, it'll be a 50% level. And it seems like the prices, the structure is different. Am I wrong on that?
No, you're right. We are going to a discounted price. We are fully aware that these are difficult times, so we're going to a little bit over 50% ticket price. So we're decreasing it about 40%. But also it's because all of our experiences are not online, and we're fully aware of that. So since the interactives, like our really cool brain exhibit and things like that, they're not online. It's only right to decrease our ticket price. So we're decreasing it almost $8.
And then, so I assume that your heroes exhibit, superhero exhibit, there's many of those things where you used to push buttons and touch, those are down, but the big characters, they're probably available for selfies and stuff, right?
Yeah, so that's the good part about that exhibit too, is like you have Iron Man, you have the Hulk, we have Superman, Batman. So what we did was we pulled all of those pieces out. Those are still in the main exhibit hall, so we've kind of made a little walkway through the main exhibit hall with nothing interactive, but absolutely, you can stand in front of Batman and get your selfie, you can stand in front of the Hulk and get your selfie, and those props are full, they're life-size, so they're still really cool to look at.
The only thing I read in the press release that I was kind of curious about, well, not the only thing, but one of the things, is how are you going to enforce, and I think this is a problem many businesses and organizations are kind of working through, and I'm sure it will change for you on an hour-by-hour basis starting tomorrow. How are you going to enforce people staying 6 feet apart from each other?
Yeah, crazy. Because again, it's not, you don't have to stay 6 feet apart from people in your party, you know, so your party that you came with. So, well, we're going to do everything we possibly can. So what we've done is we have social distancing decals. When you walk in from the sidewalk, walking up to the Science Center, we have 6 feet distancing marks. When you walk inside the center, we have acrylic tellers, so there's no transmission between the tellers. So we have acrylic coverings, and we have throughout the aquarium, the whole building until you get to the outdoors, we have social distancing decals. We also have placed monitors. We have our staff is strategically placed through the inside of the building to do that, to remind people the best we can to keep their social distancing.
Yeah, because I think sometimes you just forget, you know, you're not used to it.
Right.
I mean, for me, I've been in the field this entire time. So when people start walking up to me, I'm like, oh, hey, and I just start backing up because they don't think about it, you know, it's not in their brain yet.
Right.
So do you think, you mentioned you put plexiglass there right up the front. Can you pre-buy your admission?
Right now you cannot, unfortunately. We are working on that, but it comes with components that we don't have at the Science Center. So right now it is walking up, but we've made it touchless. You know, if you're paying with a card, we have the machines on the outside. You stick your card in. We've deactivated the signature so you don't have to touch anything. So we've made it as safe as we can, but the pre-buying your tickets in advance, that's not online just yet.
You know, and I think that's common, again, in a lot of organizations where you're realizing you have to get some technology to do this correctly. So I understand that. Before we end, is there anything you want to add that I haven't asked you about? Because I know it's exciting for y'all.
We're so excited. I just want to add that we are welcoming people back with open arms, with 6 feet of distance between us, but we're really, really excited, and I want people to know I'm a mother with 2 small kids myself, but you can see them right up there. So I take this very, very seriously. So not only am I doing everything we can to protect our staff, we are doing everything we can to protect the guests. And we are going to give you these incredible science experiences as safely as we possibly can. So we want everyone to know we are very, very excited. We're doing everything we can for you, you know, including our mini golf course, which is, you know, one of the top 10 in the nation. So our mini golf course is now included with admission. So we're really trying, you know, for your ticket price, you're getting a lot of experiences for that, and we're doing it as safely as we can. And you know what? And we'll modify. If we need to modify things, if we need to change things, we will absolutely do that. So that's what we want people to know.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit like a restaurant opening where you think you have your plan out and then you're going to have to modify.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I had just had our reopening plan finalized at the 25% level. And then like the next day, the government came, or the governor said, well, 50%. And like, there goes our reopening plan out the window. So that is our mantra: improvise, adapt, and overcome. That is what we do here at the Science Center every single day. And we are so looking forward to seeing these smiling faces again.
Well, thank you, Kate, for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Good job.